You want to start off, James?
Why are you asking me to start the show?
Or Emerson? Go ahead. Either one. I'm don't mean to be the host of the show, or I am the host, but I'm not going to be dictative.
How you doing, boys? Everyone good? Everyone staying healthy?
Everybody's staying healthy and happy here. Tomorrow night's the NFL draft, and this will be the first draft that's going to be all virtual. So nobody going up on the podium. Well, there'll be a virtual podium, but there won't be the traditional walk-up on stage on podium. Dave, for 32 teams, this could be a big day for their future, obviously, as we know. Every year, we say that.
A lot of players.
Yeah. I guess Goodell's doing it from his basement, right? To announce every pick. I'm assuming that's how it's going to go.
He's doing it from his basement.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Someone
probably cleared him. Is better than our basement. So.
Yeah, I guess it's less stressful than having to get up and go to Vegas, because they were gonna have it in Vegas this year, right?
Yeah, the Allegiant Stadium outside Vegas. Well, not Vegas. Oh yeah, I know it's Vegas. Vegas, yeah, but unfortunately, down that dream will have to wait for a year.
Right. Just turn off the TV, guys. So.
We don't mind having the TV background. We got the TV. We got a Roku going here. So
yeah. We said the draft. So should we get to the big topic before?
Yeah.
We got a couple of big topics going on. They I didn't realize this before I was go. This is from Andy Slater. The NHL is looking to restart the season in July. It'll be played at 4 to 5 neutral sites with women or no fans, according to the Florida Canvas Francis Matt Caldwell. This plan's not finalized. This is just inside information. And, of course, Emerson's going to allude to it, so you might as well make an announcement there.
So Gronkowski looks like he's going to come out of retirement. The Patriots still had his rights, but he apparently is coming back, and they are trading him, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, to be reunited with Brady. So I'm very excited about this. We'll see what happens. I know he's got to put on a little more lean, muscle. I think he got very skinny last year, but I think this is how Brady probably ends his career with this guy. So if they can do 2 seasons and that's it, I mean, that'll probably be what ultimately ends up happening. But good for him to be able to have that target and be able to have someone that can work the middle of the field. And a big part of his success, 2010 and beyond for Brady and be able to go to Super Bowls really was due to Gronkowski and Edelman. If they didn't really have, certainly Gronk or, even Edelman, they may not have even had that luxury of winning another Super Bowl potentially. So I think it's really great that, Brady can end his career with someone that he's familiar with. You saw the frustration last year with his receivers and stuff like that. And that's a big part of why he ended up leaving, and he had been frustrated long before, the things started, where they started losing at the end of the season. He had been frustrated from at training camp and all that stuff. So I think it's good to have him back. But as Bills fans, I'm sure we're all happy he's not in the AFC East or even the AFC. So that's a bright spot.
Yeah, that AFC South this South country is going to be loaded. The states are, Drew Brees, and then you got the Buccaneers with Brady and Gronk. But, I think I would expect them to be a wild card contention for the Bucs. That's kind of my feeling on it. I mean, as far as Super Bowl contention, that's kind of up for debate, to be honest with you. I mean, you're looking at Gronk just turned 31 years old, who's had back issues. He had the year off, but his last season wasn't the great. Prior to retirement, quote unquote, wasn't the greatest. But you never know. But I think if this would probably be the year that they switch. But after this year, I just don't know. After this year, it's kind of up in the year as far as this. But where does this leave O.J. Howard? Is it, I can see sure, but also I've heard reports of possibly trading O.J. Howard. But I would just see more of a situation where Gronk goes in the end, or in the red zone, red zone. We're going to the red zone, tight ends hard. But yeah, if they keep OJ Howard and have Gronk, man, that's going to be one heck of a team this year.
Right.
But who does this make? Who does this make worse? If the Patriots don't go to the playoffs, does that make Belichick worse?
I don't, who really knows? I mean, at this point, I know that like when Brady did the interview with Howard Stern, he talked about how he kind of was like BS to say like who's going to be better or who's better. Like one can't do one without the other. He views it as like it was really a team effort, and it's not maybe the greatest argument. I mean, I know like the commentators, the pundits are going to probably, like want to debate this thing tooth and nail, and we'll see what they do. We'll see if New England ends up. I think they'll draft a quarterback, but if it's the first round, I'm not so sure at all. And in a weird way, and I'll get to this later in the podcast with you guys, but I'm thinking if Tua could fall potentially, I would assume he would either go to the LA Chargers or the Dolphins. Beyond that, I'm not really sure who else would pick him up. I'm sure someone would pick him up before they make their pick, but I know the issue with him is that he's got a lot of injuries, but there's a connection between Belichick and Saban, and stuff like that. They coach together, and so I guess we'll see. Do you guys think anything of it? Do you think Tua could end up with New England?
I don't see him. I don't see him falling that far down the board. I think he's going to more likely, you said, to go to Charger or Dolphins. But
yeah,
of course, obviously, this is a weird year with the COVID-19 not having the testing. So, do Chiefs just pass? I wonder if teams that would not pass him would pass on him. That would be my only concern. If then he brings up your share with the Patriots, possibly. But I still go around that 5-6 area. It's like you said, the Dolphins Chargers were. I hope it goes Chargers because I don't. No disrespect to Tua, I wish him by the best, but I rather be your Chargers than the Dolphins because make the AFC more. But I think if he does come to division, it'll make the AFC more competitive. To be honest with you,
right.
I still say make the Patriots suffer. Like if I were the Dolphins or the Chargers, I would not let Belichick get his hands on Tua. That's just my opinion. I'm sticking to it. We talked about this yesterday. Yeah, you can draft Jordan Love, but is this really a deep draft for quarterbacks? If it's not, then I would take any advantage I could get to keep it away from Belichick. You brought in Brian Hoyer here. As a veteran presence, obviously, maybe Belichick feels that he can win with Jared Stidham. You could draft a quarterback if you want, but there's other needs the Patriots have to address in this draft besides quarterback.
Offensive line.
Wide receiver. It's a deep draft for RC. I wouldn't be surprised if Patriots took a wide receiver in the later rounds. They acquired a first-round pick from.
I'm sorry to cut you off. The only thing with New England receivers is that they don't really, and I'll let you add on to this. They don't really always develop really well when they draft these people because it's a very kind of different kind of system from what they probably played in college. So that transition may not be as smooth, but like you said, probably day 3 they'll pick someone up that they could fill in at some point. But who knows?
Yeah,
really.
I don't think it's going to be a first or second rounder because really you're looking at deep 5 receiver draft. Although they say it every year, it's a crapshoot. I think they'll reach searching some of these two different players that I was looking at Cager, Kendrick Rogers, like I talked about yesterday. Cager Rogers. I believe I also looked at Antonio Gibson, who's a wide receiver / running back. I also looked at someone else, but anyway.
I just had a thought. Yeah, I just had a thought.
Doesn't matter.
Hold up. I just had a thought here.
What's your thought?
It's kind of more of a question here. But going back to Brady Belichick, could there be a possibility that both sides end up not doing well? Well, we're both teams, and then
Yeah.
that could be possible.
You want to take that one, Fred?
Throwing me to the wolves.
Isn't that what we typically do?
Yeah.
If you want me to bet over under, I'd say there's a slim chance that both teams won't not do well. You're taking. I think Tampa might have an easier schedule than New England. I could be wrong. I didn't check their schedule, but I'm going to assume that Tampa Bay has an easier schedule than New England. So this year, Tampa Bay probably might do better than New England. Will they reach a Super Bowl? That's yet to be seen. Like any 32 teams, just like the Cleveland Browns had a lot of expectations. They signed a lot of top free agents, straight for Odell Beckham and different pieces. And really, what got them? What really happened? It fell in their laps. Freddie Kitchens is gone after 1 year of coaching, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's a crapshoot. It's a parity sometimes league, but you just gotta keep it 1 minute at a time, one game at a time. On paper, you could say Tampa Bay is going to be better off than New England, but you're looking at two different ends of the spectrum. So time will only tell on that.
Let me ask you, Fred, and then Jimmy, if you want to add on. Fred, what do you think of if there's such a lack of an off-season program? I mean, with what we're going through, do you think teams that have the veterans, like a Drew Brees, or like that's Drew Brees that's been around, or like the Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, those are the teams that are going to probably end up having more success due to the more continuity, the familiarity, and different. Yeah,
absolutely. I have to agree with you there. I would even throw Josh Allen in the mix too. I think that not having to have so many new pieces, I think it's going to be having it this year. We'll have an advantage because as you said, the continuity with each other is going to be there for the teammates. So I do see those sort of teams being better off this year than the guys that drafted rookie quarterbacks. Unless you have a program in place already. So that's like you said. Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson, and then Drew Brees, and then the FC Drew Brees, Kirk Cousins in Minnesota, Dak Prescott, which is another debate for another day. I've heard big of the Cowboys. There's been talk about Jordan Love being drafted by the Cowboys.
Speculation up to the day of drafting. There's going to be a lot of speculation that this team's going to be doing this. This is the game they play every year, every season. Doesn't matter. There's going to be as in their part. Oh, this team's doing this. This team. It's mind games. It's mind games until they actually pick the player. I saw a report that the Bills had multiple meetings with wide receiver Chase Claypool. Now, could they draft him in the later first round to get him? You might see that being so to be aggressive, but at the same time, you're looking at it maybe early second round. That's where I figure the Bills could make a move. I don't see them moving back up in the first round unless Arizona has a decent piece that you can refuse. Hell, I'll take the 2 first-round picks, give them a second, third, maybe a second next year's draft, or a first next year's draft.
Wow, you are real.
If you want to go there.
You're throwing out trade scenarios.
I'm throwing out a wild scenario. But is it actually going to happen? I don't know. I can't guarantee anything. Except I can guarantee you all
to Tom Brady's home, moving on to Tampa Bay and Belichick be out there by the end of the year. That's a bold prediction, by the way. Belichick will be out of the Patriots organization by next season.
Wow. That's a
Wow.
bold prediction.
Crazy.
Can you believe he just said that? He just said that he's going to move. What? What? Are you kidding? Wow, that's just you're unbelievable. You're unbelievable.
What you just said? He's gonna move down south.
Matt Bradford can always be looking younger.
Why are you going with Belichick now to bring Treat after next season? That is absurd. Lee.
Jimmy, take that set up and just throw it basically out of anger. I
have no love for Patriots fans right now. I don't care. And as far as Gronk is concerned, like I don't care about that either. I'm happy he's going to Tampa Bay. You know
what? You know what? You know what? He hates the Patriots so much that Belichick out of the division would be good for us because that'd be more AFC East titles.
Well, yeah. That's it. Yes. Gronk's still the 24/7 champion WWE. What is he going to lose to Gronk? Someone snap him on the football field and then
One, two, three. What? You're new 24/7 champion.
It might be in the middle of a football game. You might see it in practice, but I doubt you see football. I'd be shocked. But
hey, guys, let me just go say hi to my mom.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, we can't see her.
Oh, she's got to use the bathroom. Sorry, one sec.
Hey, no. I have no idea why I'm using this towel. I'm using for you got it because I might have to wave the white towel on somebody. I don't know who. I really don't know who. Well, it's not really white. It's white and pink, but it's gray and pink. But let's really let's get back to the draft here. Let's get
into the draft. Yeah, I'm ready for the draft. Yeah.
Let's get back to
who wants to go first?
Fred's the guy that has know-how on this one. And I'm still not prepared anyway.
Oh, yeah. I didn't get to everybody on my list, unfortunately.
He didn't get everyone. He didn't get everyone.
I went down to my first mock draft, and then I looked at Tamara Seki. I didn't get to James Morgan. I didn't get to Jack Phillips. I didn't get to Reggie Robinson. I didn't look at other educators. The only thing I can say about this is God bless everybody in the draft. No, and all serious, no.
The world's worst.
I looked at an article on the Athletic talking about those speed. Some of them are medium, some of them are high, some of them were like Jimmy's towel on his face. Very low.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Freddie. Like it just went with the towel on his head. It was just like
I'm just joking. I saw you laughing. I knew you'd laugh. So I just started doing this.
I don't want to keep breaking out of the
All right. Cut the towel crap.
Here's the thing. If you're looking at quarterback, Stephon Diggs might not be available by the time we get to him. Now,
you say quarterback?
Corner. Now, Trey, not this way. T. Higgins. I was going to say Trey Higgins. He's listed from like the 30s to the 50s, so who knows on that? You're looking at quarterback. You're maybe looking at offensive line, maybe a running back complimentary. We don't know unless they decide to pull the trigger and get on for that. But he's basically a rental. Cap hit would be cheap. I could go on. Anyway, I would hope to see. I hope to see other things, but I really don't know too much. I'm not a football expert. I don't know. I could read all the different stories and I was like, by the way, you get 98.3
just go to the Atlantic Twitter thing, sign up. Make sure you cancel out 3 months if you don't want to pay the $59.99 a year. Cheap plug for me. Anyway,
We should have a new segment called Fred's Cheap Plugs. Fred's Cheap Plugs.
2 plugs.
Yeah.
You should get earplugs for yourself, Timbo. So if we're looking at it, I don't. You could. I think it's on WGR 550. So I think I saw that. If you look on WGR 550, there was a couple things that they were saying. Let me pull this up. So give me a second, gentlemen. And anyway, join the podcast during the show. I'll let you know. We'll give them a few things. Bill.
Okay,
Oh,
quick interruption. I know you guys are bigger racing fans than me. So I read this thing. Apparently, this is in South Dakota. It says Jefferson International Speedway set to host live racing on Saturday. Did you guys hear?
Park
No, I
Je-
did not hear that.
I never heard of that speedway. I never heard of that speedway. So that's going to be. Are they going to stream it live?
I don't know, but it said 700 people are attending the racetrack this weekend in South Dakota.
It's got to be an area where there's not a lot of cases or there would be the least amount of impact. God bless.
Yeah. So when you're saying, and I'm sorry to go off track, Fred. You said the NHL, so they're looking possibly July, and they're looking at like remote locations to do the games, like North Dakota. Okay, yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, okay. There's 3 linebackers that the Bills can be looking at for Willie Gate Jr. Mississippi State. Jordan Brooks, Texas Tech. Troy Dye. And then I think Maddie Glad of the Bills, supporter of the Bills. I think she did Moss and Kurt Weaver, ironic enough at those picks what I was talking about yesterday. So I might get 2 for 2 those 2 picks. Did you hear about UB Spence basketball get probation for shocking?
Yeah, I saw that.
They're only getting like they're only getting like $5,000 fine and then a 1-year probation. 1 year probation, $5,000 fine. I think it's for work. What was it? I got to look that up again. I know it's just a $5,000 fine and just 1 year probation. Oh, it was the assistant coach. It was the assistant coach.
Probably former.
For forged documents there. So forged by former assistant coach. So that's a 1 year probation, $5,000 fine. So that's, I mean, we've obviously seen much worse, but I think there's still allowed for postseason eligibility there. So that doesn't affect them. It doesn't affect them at all. The other, I was looking at WGR, their mock draft. They're not picking any. They're not picking trades, but no trades for the Bills here.
No.
They're not moving up, not moving up, not moving down. They're staying at 54 in round 1, in the second round. I almost said round 1. Nothing to tell for this one.
I mean, really, you don't have to. You don't have to move up or down. I might move down a few places, maybe it's even another pick. Truth be told, but really, do we really need to move up? I don't see it. Unless you really like somebody, unless you really like the player that you're getting, you're willing to sacrifice that. Again, I could just go on and on. Now I can finally see where ESPN's ratings are. Let's see. I'm going to 54. Cam Akers, Florida State. I think I wrote that down. Something. No, actually, I didn't write that down. So let's talk about quarterbacks, Emerson. What are you thinking on quarterbacks? Who did you look up, and who do you think they would anybody would go to?
So I tended, for me, I tended to look up the guys that were probably projected to go the first round. So mainly the top kind of 4 guys, but I've got some ideas about other ones too. But they'll probably be like maybe, day 2, day 3, most likely day 3. But the main one obviously is Joe Burrow. I think everyone has come to that consensus. Sorry, my bad. That he is going to be the number 1 pick overall, and I think the Bengals need a quarterback at this point. They've kind of been starving for something more athletic. Joe Burrow, technically, if we're going to go by the statistics of last season, he was the greatest, college, quarterback of all time. If we had to measure him by that intangible, and also the national championship and the Heisman to top it off on top of it. So he, I think, is going to be obviously number 1, and the Bengals have needed a quarterback for a long time. They've had a couple of successes with, Andy Dalton and Carson Palmer, and I think they're going to hold on to Dalton as as the backup. But aside from that, we'll see what they end up doing. I don't know. That might be a possible trade they do during the draft, and I'm sure you guys followed that well. I mean, who knows if Dalton goes to the Patriots or they try to do something of that nature, but we'll see what happens. I could be wrong. That's one hypothetical. Yeah, what do you think?
Now, for argument's sake, there's been rumors that Burrow does not want to go to Cincinnati.
Well, there's been rumors for months, as you know. So
Really?
Yeah, there's been rumors about that. So, I mean, do they take Justin Herbert over Joe Burrow?
I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm kind of surprised by that because he actually grew up in Ohio. Actually went to Athens, so a school outside of Athens, Ohio, and then he actually started his college career. And maybe you guys knew this. He actually started at Ohio State, and what ended up happening is that he ended up not winning the job. He was a backup to J.T. Barrett, and then he ended up not winning the job with Dwayne Haskins, and he actually ended up transferring. He could play right away, so that's why I went to LSU. I'm kind of, I guess in a way, like you could always have to take it with some, yeah, you get it, yeah. And I think that for Burrow, I guess it would be kind of shocked because he did grow up unless he doesn't want to be in Ohio. I mean, I could be wrong,
No, I don't think he doesn't want to be in Ohio, but it's because, the Cincinnati Bengals have only had 2 really 13 years under much, haven't really had only like 2 playoff games won. Really, I mean, quite frankly, the organization itself, it's not. It's not because of the state of Ohio. I love Ohio anyway. But I've been there once. To your point. So how can I not love Ohio?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but I do see. But yeah, I don't. But yeah, that would be a shocker if he did get traded. If the Bengals trade out of the number 1 pick,
or if he got drafted by Cincinnati, he didn't put on a jersey, that would be controversial. But
not the first time. Not the first time.
It's a virtual draft, so I mean, how are you going to put on a jersey?
I don't. Will they send the jersey?
We don't know.
It's speculative.
Yeah, how can I put on a jersey in the virtual? Unless they just kind of do a little virtual jersey or something.
I guess that's FedEx. So you're I'm just making an argument because I know there were rumors to your point, but I mean, if the rumor's not true, then yeah, he would probably go number 1 to Cincinnati. It is what it is. I mean,
wait, to quote the great Bill Belichick, we're off to Cincinnati. I had to do that comment.
I would never call Belichick great. They are. Oh, by the way, ESPN's ranking to number 7. So who's at number 7 for the mock? Chase Young, I think, is mocked at number 1 defensive end. So
he's going to go to Washington, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah.
A lot of Ohio, a lot of Alabama, and Ohio State in like the top 10. Mostly Alabama. So
but they still haven't won the national championship in the last couple of years.
I wonder if some people are going to get on a QB run though early. If once if there's a QB taken, I wonder if you get on a QB one. Could the Redskins be looking? Although they drafted
No, I absolutely no way they're taking a QB. They already got Dwayne Haskins.
There was rumors that they might be considering.
Yeah, but I don't. But that'd be absurd to me to draft our quarterback. The Cleveland Browns did that. Look what happened there. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't see why you would draft our quarterback if you think you're selling Dwayne Haskins. I'm
looking at draft board right now. So yeah, Carolina.
That thing to me right there was blasphemous there, Fred.
Okay,
Carolina.
So,
no, the statement that Fred made about.
Oh no, I thought he said Carolina.
I was talking about Carolina, but I think Jim was talking about whatever previous statement I just said. But yeah. So you're looking between the first overall pick. It depends on what the Bengals do. If you draft Joe Burrow first over, then I would assume that the next best player would be whoever. I'm looking at what's best available. Chase Young of Ohio State, defensive end, would go to Washington. So
why wouldn't they? One of the best defensive, one of the best players last year in the country. So I would, definitely, they're.
You're looking at between the 5 and 7.
What are you laughing at? What's so funny?
Sorry. I'm sorry. I put a little chat. I wrote something in the chat.
Oh God!
If you check the chat in the chat section.
I can't even see the chat.
Oh, you can't see the chat? Okay. All right.
Oh God! Oh wait! I just popped up my screen. What are you watching? I'll put the towel over the comments. So I don't see that one. I might.
It's somebody talking to their girlfriend or something, and then
no.
I'm saying you're behave. Yeah, I know. Don't be. We're a PG show. We're not.
Who says we're a PG show?
Oh wow!
So, the draft can go many ways this year. Now,
yeah.
So, I think Carolina might be interested in quarterback position. Probably not because they signed Teddy Bridgewater, but I want to say that you could. I wouldn't be surprised if you're looking at the 5-7 range between the Dolphins, Chargers, and the Panthers. New York's not taking the Giants are not taking a quarterback because they drafted one last year. Detroit.
Detroit could look for. Matthew Stafford. He doesn't have many years left, so I wouldn't be surprised if Detroit could possibly draft a quarterback. The chance is highly unlikely, but Detroit could be another spot where it could end up here.
Yeah, Tampa's first pick's at 14, and
oh God, Everson again. What is?
I'm listening to you guys. Go ahead, yeah.
Good grief. Anyway, we're gonna go back to regular comments, which we have none. Anyway, so I forget Miami has another pick at 18. So again, I think
who's the most likely to trade up in the first round? That's
a good.
The Giants will trade down. That's a team that'll trade down.
No, I said who would trade up, not down.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to think. Let's see. That's a good question. Maybe. The Colts. Could the Colts do it? Maybe. I don't know. Could they try to do it?
That's
if you're looking for a quarterback market. Even though you got that's one scenario. You got the Colts right there. They signed Phillip Rivers to a 1-year deal, and
right.
If you're the Colts, if you're looking at them and you're saying they're not going to go anywhere this year with Frank Wright and Phillip Rivers, I mean, are you going to draft someone and play him for a year behind Phillip Rivers, necessarily for better experience. Because I think, of course, think about this trade up. I wouldn't be surprised if that were happening. Maybe for sort of luck. I'll picture the Patriots. Yeah.
Wow. And you're the
Wow.
Patriot hater, Fred. What's that?
All teams should be buried on the Patriots right now. They're vulnerable and they are weak. That's not like Peter Krause, but they need to be demolished. Herbert, have Belichick be back into the year.
Oh my God.
There he goes on God. I'm with
I'm
the lights out on this one.
I'm so sorry to go off topic again, but the XFL, our beloved league, has been filed for bankruptcy, and now all of no, I know it's crazy. I know.
Oh man, what?
I'll be back. You can debate that for a minute. I'll be back.
Okay.
Okay, so back on the topic of draft here. You mentioned the Colts here. It kind of seems like to me that it's a 1 year deal. The Philip Rivers is a 1 year deal. Yeah, I could see the other Cam Newton's another guy that I want to bring up because he just seems to be lost in the shuffle here. 31 years old, obviously, the injuries that play him still could be a viable quarterback. Where do you think he ends up?
The honest truth, Jimmy, and I don't think anyone's really going to probably end up taking him, but I think if there's any chance of it, and it's because of, I think potentially Buffalo because of like the McDermott connection he had with him in Carolina. I think there's potential maybe for that if like they needed a backup to come in. You know what I mean? You never know, I think, with some of these cases, but I think that would be probably my destination. I know people kept saying the Patriots, but I don't think Belichick would put up with that kind of personality. Like Cam Newton would be probably like I could see him violating certain things and like within the team rules, of course, but I don't know if I see it beyond that. I think Buffalo would be the pick, Jimbo. If there's any place he's going to go, it's got to be the Bills. I mean, just to back up Allen if need be, if they needed a solid 2, you know what I mean? If you never know what happens with Matt Barkley in the future, but if they need someone to back him up, there's always a go-to, you know what I mean? So, and I'm sure they could like probably not to ever take Allen off the field, but if they need to have it, let's say by the end of the year, they need something different within the offense. They could always have like a Cam Newton package, stuff like that, that you have to game plan. What's up?
Yeah, I think that'd be a very likely scenario for us to go to us. But another team I was thinking of, was the Chargers. I mean, here's a team that but if he's the they need a big time. They got the new stadium in Inglewood that's come. Hopefully this year. So that would be the team. Another team that I would think the West Coast. West Coast, you got it'll be competitive. Should I think that would be? But yeah, the Bills would probably make the most sense. I agree with you on that one.
What do you think, Fred? What do you think? You think Cam Newton would come here, Fred?
Probably a short-term deal, maybe a 1 or 2 year deal. I think it would make sense, but at the same time, I think there's a connection in that locker room between Matt Barkley and Josh Allen. So I mean, I don't think that will happen. For me personally, I think I said this yesterday, but I mean, I wouldn't mind having him as, like you said, if, backup 1 to 2 year deal. It obviously would not be for an expensive price. I don't think that the market would dictate that. Except Yannick and the gold trade value is going down by the second. Did you see his comments with Twitter about with Tony Khan, by the way? Have you seen that too? But just to get a little off topic, but
no, tell me what happened.
Oh, they were in a heated battle. Go on Twitter. Type in Tony Khan, president of All Elite Wrestling, and his father, Shaq Khan, owner of many different successful sports franchises and everything. Honestly, the GOAT wants out of the Jaguars, but he got a little bit of
It just seems very petty. Petty.
It was petty. It was petty.
And why go over if you were an owner here? Here. I mean, especially when you know you got Tom Coughlin as general manager, or what? Or is he gone?
Right.
I mean,
how do you spell Yannick and go?
I
Another glass. Right back.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be right back.
Oh, I've seen this is yesterday. To my new future team, whoever may be, I can't wait to bring great discipline, integrity, and work ethic to the new city. Wherever man, you're going to get the hardest working defensive end in the league. He's like trying to. He wants out, but he's just. I mean, come on. I want to check down his Twitter thing. He must have took down his tweets yesterday.
Well, that's what they typically do. Make comments and then
Oh, this is 2 days ago. Yeah, stop hiding. So, this is a tweet he sent out yesterday. I don't know if
I can't see it really.
Stop hiding Mo. I'll wait until everything gets back on that, but yeah.
So back to all right. So let's go back to what will be the Bills' best and worst case scenario for this year's draft? Or be the dream scenario.
So I'm not sure who this Ryan Barron guy is. I just saw it. It's interesting that we got a YouTube tweet.
We actually got a YouTube tweet from who?
His name's Ryan Barron. Byron.
Really? What was his comment?
He just like, yo, what up? I don't know. By the way, I'm watching a lot of iRacing. Shout out to John Theodore, Matt Malone, Rents the Fence. Keep doing what you're doing. I enjoy your content, by the way. So let me read this out. You're gonna go tweet out to Khan. Stop hiding Mo. He's with Khan respond. He's not hiding. He's getting ready for draft. I think I may have mentioned this yesterday on that stream. So I think I mentioned this yesterday, but I think I talked about this since yesterday. I'm repeating myself 3 times about that. Tony was not hiding. This is just a verbal spat. When it starts, it stop hiding Mo. If you want to reread all that, go ahead. I'm not going to get too much into it because I think we already talked about that yesterday. So,
waste of time.
and now this was yesterday, which you did not even say. To my new future team, whoever it may be, I cannot wait to bring great discipline, integrity, and work ethic to that new city. Wherever I may land, you're going to get the hardest working defensive end in the league. Well, here's my comment then. If you're going to bring good discipline, then why would you bring your beef with Tony Khan on Twitter? Like, really? Come on.
But try.
I get it.
Whoa. Well, it could be a way to try to. He's trying to leverage his deal here.
Of course, he's trying to leverage his deal. Look, I mean, that's probably the typical response a lot of people would have. But I mean, Jimmy puts up.
But if you remember a couple years ago with the Blake Bortles, and with the quarterback Jalen Ramsey here, the and obviously the Jaguars, except for the one.
Oh my God, Emerson, you're killing me.
I don't know.
Nice seeing the first.
Right? This is
Go ahead.
He's laughing because I waved the towel again. He's like, what is Jimbo doing here?
Well, he doesn't like that. He doesn't like what I've been writing.
Wow. Right, he's giving you that serious look. That's all Fred does. He just gives you that stare, and it's like, you got it.
We got to keep the show entertained sometimes. You know, it's like we get stale. Oh, good grief.
I'll do one more thing for you, Fred.
We actually got a actual YouTube kind of saying what up from somebody.
That's what I said. Yo, what up? I do not know who Ryan Barham is. I'll read to you. Ryan Barham, please announce yourself to the world. Where you're from? How you doing? I have no idea who you are, but thank you for watching the stream. We really appreciate that. Nice to acknowledge people.
That's the first time we brought up a YouTube comment on our show.
Yeah, usually I don't get YouTube comments, so
Neither do we. That's a first.
We've got a fan. That's great.
what fan?
Right.
Now we're gonna once we get back our full operational capacity with the 5-6-man crew here.
Yeah, you should join us in Quigley's Bar. That gets real crazy in there. The college engineers.
What's the last show you guys did there? Was it like been a month ago?
It's a little over a month ago. Let me pull that up for you.
Sure.
We did our last show there was when I think I told you about me flipping up the papers and everything, but
Yeah.
we were talking about Jack Eichel, we were talking about the NHL, the slide of the Sabres, all that good stuff.
And that was a highly a highly contested topic there.
It was somebody wanted to trade Eichel out of Buffalo. I mean,
Certainly, why you go to Boston? That's what.
Okay, so they're saying that Sabres like environment's very toxic. Is that what they're saying? Is that the?
that's we're supporting. Yeah,
Brett, you have to send me the article here. I'm gonna eventually address it on my own podcast. Kind of, I was thinking about doing my own podcast, kind of this is about the Kyle Larson situation, about the Gold situation. You know,
Super Bowl preview. We did that. That was in February.
Oh yeah, that was 2 months ago. So, and
we had some views on the first episode. And I think what did we get on the second one? Not much. Oh yeah, 25. Actually, 25 views not good. The first one we got was over 87 views. This is not going to boost ratings.
How's our viewers now? Are they good?
I have no idea. I haven't checked the YouTube feed. This StreamYard doesn't show me the views on here. So it's on. Yeah, we are live, obviously. I have no idea what else going on. Oh, come on. God damn it. Yeah, I see that.
I did that to make you laugh.
I'm telling you, this draft is the best of all time. Not.
Oh,
why? It's a McMahon.
Sure.
Yeah.
wow.
Fired. Let me ask you the next one, hon. Should we do? How about we talk about Justin Herbert? Should we talk about Justin Herbert?
Please do. Yes,
absolutely.
He's a quacker. He's an Oregon Duck.
He's an Oregon Duck, yeah. And I think his style might. I have a feeling the LA Chargers are going to take him. I think that's where he's going to probably ultimately end up going because he's got the West Coast. You know, he's on that part of the. But I have a feeling with him, he runs such a very fast-paced system in Oregon. It's like no huddle. It's very quick. And I think to his credit, 10 years ago it probably wouldn't have translated, but the NFL really has adopted a lot of good things for these guys, for these quarterbacks now. Like it's a very, it's more college, it placates to what they played off of in their collegiate level. And I think that's just it'll be perfect for him because he'll have a good running game. He'll have Tyrod Taylor there to learn from and stuff like that until he's given the reins. I mean, there's a lot of upside to him, and he's really no.
I don't want to Tyrod Taylor on the field, but no offense, no offense to anybody. But okay, go ahead. I just can't really.
You don't like Tyrod Taylor? You don't like Tyrod Taylor? No, not a Tyrod Taylor fan. But I've seen him make a lot of plays. He makes a lot of plays with his feet. He makes them outside the pocket. You're going to be susceptible to those hits to the NFL. It could be risky, but I think I'm curious to see where he'll go. But he'll be a good fit, I think, probably with the Chargers. So I would say I say Burrow to the Bengals, Tua to Dolphins, and then I say Herbert to the Chargers. So we'll see where they end up going. And then after that, Jordan Love, probably. It all depends on where he falls. I don't know. Maybe the Raiders could look into him, or the Colts, or I don't know. We'll see. But he's got a lot of athletic. He's kind of a Pat Mahomes kind of guy, but he might just need a season just to be on the bench, just kind of rest, and then he could take it from there. But I could see Love maybe going to the Colts because they're going to need someone. And the NFL, I'm sure you guys are paying attention to this. It's like it's leaving a lot of the old guys that were like the pocket guys behind. It's sort of come and left them in the league now. It's sort of becoming more transcendent. You need people that can be athletic and make plays and the offensive lines are not as good as they used to be. So I think that's going to be. I think that's really kind of a big key of how things are going to kind of go forward. But I'd say Jordan Love to the Colts, wherever they're picking, probably in the teams.
I'm going to say Jordan Love. I'm going to say Jordan Love to the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm just. I mean, I've heard some rumors about with Jared.
What are you? Jalen Hurts?
What are you?
Oh, he's like he's the joke.
Why are you laughing about?
Because I don't see it. You know where I see Jordan going?
Where?
There's an out of the box pick for all you folks in fantasy land. How about we go to the Denver Broncos?
What? That's another what moment?
Denver Broncos.
Denver Broncos.
We got Drew Lock. We got Drew Lock.
Drew who?
Drew Lock. He was a rookie last year.
I don't know who that. I guess the Joe Flacco experiment didn't work. Ashton Lynch didn't work. I guess man, Elway wants to try to figure out who's the next quarterback. I wouldn't trust any of them. You want to go with Jordan Love? Go with Jordan Love. That's all I'm saying, brother.
We'll see. Well, we'll see. Who's another? What about that Jalen Hurts from Oklahoma? Maybe could he?
That's a guy that has.
He was originally the Alabama quarterback.
Yeah, Ohio State. It's funny how he's getting forgotten all the shuffle. By the way, Jalen Hurts is an interesting thing. Again, I don't know if he has the strongest arm. He's definitely got some obviously that mobility that. You could use like a sort of Lamar Jackson a little bit, maybe different. I don't want to compare Jalen Hurts to Lamar Jackson. I don't think that would be the case. But that could be a potential spoiler if you get a QB run type thing. Maybe he might be a day 2 pick. He might be a day 2 or day 3 pick.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah,
but if a team's willing to gamble on first round, I mean, hell. Maybe the Patriots gamble on him. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there because he's not been talked about a lot, other than like Tua Tagovailoa, who the duck guy. You already said his name. So Jordan Love, like who after those top 3 are really considered projects, but also going to be worked into a starter role. That's what I would. Ask myself, who's a diamond in the rough that we see someone come out of nowhere? You know what I'm saying? That's a factor you got to look into. Also, coaching development. What makes the perfect sense for all of these people? So
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Can I tell you guys a quick story? There, when I was watching the Draft Bus thing, obviously it had quarterbacks. They talk about a lot of guys. I mean, fortunately now the NFL is much different, and it placates to the guys that are playing like a run and shoot or kind of a quick pace like spread option, read option game. But back in the like 80s and stuff like that, there was this guy. He was a bust. He was drafted by the Colts. His name was Art Schleister. He played at Ohio State. Do you know that? Do you guys ever heard that name before?
No, I have not heard that name. I'll be honest with you. I have not heard of Art Schleister.
So Art Schleister actually had a gambling problem. So I don't know if you guys ever knew this. Do you know like how Pete Rose is banned from baseball?
Yeah, we do know that.
So Art Schleister apparently was a gambler, and he apparently gambled a lot when the NFL was on strike in the 80s. And then what ended up happening is that when they came back, apparently he bet not on like the games he played with the Colts, but other games around the NFL. So he's like served like a lifetime ban from the NFL. But he coming from Ohio State, and his game style of play didn't really translate well. He kind of was a running kind of guy. He didn't play well to guys like that back then, and he ended up like having a gambling problem, and now he's like banned from the NFL. Art Schleister. So kind of a little tidbit for Tats. So some of these guys and like that's the other thing too. Like these guys that have kind of issues like off the field stuff or personal things, it's always such a burden for these NFL teams that have to take that on. Like with any organization, I guess,
But we've seen a lot. We've seen a lot in the NFL. Like you said, Ryan Lee from '98 had issues.
Oh, we got another visitor. We're adding to the stream right now. Welcome,
Frederick.
Oh, it's head down. No matter what is Ricky doing?
Mr. Jerry Roenick.
Oh no!
My lens is all dirty.
Oh, what do you mean your lens is all dirty? Your
What are
face.
you guys talking about today?
Oh, it's
We're just previewing the draft. We're just talking about quarterbacks right now. We're talking about some other stuff.
I'll be right back.
All right, I'll keep you on in the background, buddy.
Good.
I don't have much to say.
So Jimmy's going to leave us for a quick second. He's taking a break. Anyway, so
I might get some more wine, Fred. I'm gonna get some wine. You go get a drink? Get something to drink?
Yeah. So yeah. All right. So everybody's pausing for a
Is
moment.
this your friend? What's your name?
His name's Craig.
Hi, Craig. How you doing?
Hey,
Good.
just call me Hinch.
Hinge, you got it. All right. Do you want to get a drink, Fred? Should we get a drink?
You guys go. I'll keep it real hint. You guys take a break. So how you doing? What's going on down in Buffalo?
Not much. Just got home with the girls, so I was just stopping in to see you guys and say hello.
Of course.
That's about it.
Yeah.
I was watching her.
So who do you think the Bills are going to? What type of positions do you think the Bills are going to be picking this year?
Hopefully some receivers.
Fair assessment.
I don't know. I don't really watch sports that way. I just go for the social part.
Oh, I hear you.
You and Jimbo know way more about the teams than I do.
Yeah, well, maybe. I just keep.
No, not maybe. You guys definitely do.
Yeah. So, how are you doing during these times? How are you keeping busy? How are you keeping active?
I got to teach class a couple times a week. I've been trying to read my books, do some research on different things to buy and sell as a little side gig, but that's about it.
Yeah, good.
What are you up to?
Keeping it real, keeping the house stable.
Gotcha.
I mean,
You guys aren't working, right?
no, unfortunately, no.
Did you guys quit Hotel Henry?
No, we got
Let off?
yeah due to the situation.
Is it open at all?
The only thing going is the takeout for 100 acres. I mean, it wasn't just in
Can't get
Jimmy.
over there.
No, unfortunately, a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like a lot of hotels.
Yeah, that stinks.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll start opening a few things back up as we go here.
Yeah. I mean, you hear a lot of different things. I mean, The 2 hours ago, the CDC director said that they're one of second wave of coronavirus is likely to be worse. They're all guessing because nobody knows. Like, I think everybody's guessing. You know, if it's warmer weather, I think you'll be fine for a while.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a report on that that's saying that this temperature after like a 79 degrees at like or 70, I think closer to 80 degrees that it kills that virus because it's like a fat cell or thing. So something like that.
I don't know though, because they have it.
Don't quote me on that.
I won't quote
that.
Yeah. As long as you're not talking to Kraus.
Oh no. I was trying to get together with people for a while and just not hear anything. I mean, we've done the private chats.
Oh, to get more guys on here?
No. I know Quigger. What's the tax guy? Pete. You know, they've done a couple of Zoom chats and everything.
Yeah.
But they did one. I know I saw you on one a couple weeks ago. Last week it was like late at 11 o'clock last night. Not last night, but it was interesting to say. Excuse me, at least. So yeah. Oh, did Emerson get? Oh, he might have kicked himself off. I'll have to resend him something.
I was gonna say hello. When Jimmy gets back, I'm gonna say hello and then sign off.
Yep, that's fine.
You're not recording, are you?
Oh, we're live. So.
Oh, yeah, but does it record?
We're on live. We're recording everything. I say hi, everybody. Sorry.
That's my daughter Lily.
God bless.
There's Anna. Ella's hiding.
Yeah, this is the podcast show. So,
You've met all my kids, right?
Yeah, I think I've met most of your kids and everything. It's just, oh yeah, Emerson him. Okay, he was texting me back. So, Jimmy didn't turn his mic off, or he turned his there we go, and turned his volume low. I can hear his mic in the back.
There's Ella hiding.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. God bless him.
Why am I mean? Oh, wow. Well, tell Jimmy I said hello.
I will do that, sir.
All right. Later, buddy.
Later. Thanks for joining us for a few minutes.
Thanks for doing it. We should do it every day or every couple days.
Yeah, I know. I got to get the rest of the guys together, do a stream on like a Friday or Saturday night.
Yeah.
Maybe post draft. I don't know. It's like
when is the draft?
Tomorrow. It starts tomorrow.
Oh, nice. Okay.
We won't be drafting the first round. We'll be drafting like 2nd through 7th. Because
why don't we have a first round?
Because we gave up that pick to trade for Stefan Diggs.
Who do you think we're trading for or looking for?
Between defensive end, maybe a cornerback, maybe a wide receiver late. I mean, we got a lot of holes filled in our. It's just going to be best player available, maybe someone to help us in the passing game, basically. And then just get pieces that fit and go from there. I mean, because we've got a lot of our starters coming back from last year. The continuity thing is going to be a big thing with this situation going on. So, yeah.
Well, I remember the one year I paid attention. I had there's some magazine about college players, and I got it early, and I read all about it. It was pretty interesting, but that's the only time I really paid attention. So, oh well. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Yep.
Yeah, bud.
Right. So that was Hinchy stopping in for a few minutes. Hey. Yeah. Good. Still, yeah. Just texting Cerny while we're doing this. I mean, we could go over a lot of these. We've gone over what the Bills need, but I'm gonna start. You might have to unmute your mic. I turn your volume down, Jimbo, on your thing, so you. No, you gotta do. Yeah, I don't know if I
I'm
turn.
back.
Emerson will be back. Here, can I? Let me see.
It's fine. I took care of it.
No, turn your mic on. Use the switch on.
Oh, you turn the switch.
Yeah. There we go.
I'm back.
So before Emerson gets back, I'm going to debate this with you. I know we were talking about running back yesterday, but I mean, one of the forgotten things for the Bills is Christian Wade, former rugby player who did very well in preseason last year. Do you think he has opportunity to be a number 2 on this team next year? He's not getting much love.
That's a possibility. I mean, but again, he could be more like a number 3 back. I'll be honest. I mean, it's a great story. But you know, as far as a number 2 back on the team, I'm just not sure.
I just think you can you developed him, from last year and everything. So I mean,
Say what? I'm trying to look up Arch, that Arch Lester guy. I don't know why in the world I can't. I don't know why in the world I can't seem to find Arch Leicester. Iowa State quarterbacks. Arch. I gotta ask him where he found Arch Leicester. That's just odd. That's a interesting factoid, right? What draft was what year where he got drafted in the NFL? 85? 85 or but call if I look up Indianapolis Colts draft picks, let me figure this out. Or it might have been with Baltimore. 84 or 85. I'm trying to think. It could have been. Oh, Arch Schleister. Oh, Schleister. Okay, gotcha. Oh, Art Schleister. That's the one that 1982. And he was with Buffalo for oh, he's only for offseason. And then he's serving. He's actually serving 10 years purpose or stealing months for the gambler. So I did not gambling addictions on this one. So definitely gambling addiction on he was arrested in he was arrested in 2011 there, and actually the earliest release will be August of this year. So, and he's 59 years old practically there. So,
let's see.
So another factoid on that. Just very odd. Just very like I would never know that there.
It's been very quiet, so so watch anything interesting, Jimbo, today.
What was the question again?
Watched anything interesting today?
Well, last night I watched rewatched the LA to Reno. away to Marino. I watched it several times there. It's always interesting. On that draft changed the NFL forever. Or those two names, one did not want to. Look at their Hall of Famers, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pause this for 1 second. I'm gonna pause my mic.
Mm-hmm. Just playing with this round. So I recently tried out Sling TV last night during the happy hour. Uh, I want to say it was very interesting. Uh, Not too bad. Uh, just in general, filling time again. You know, yeah, probably. He says, I'm. I mean, we got a lot out of this podcast. Um, just reading up on some draft stuff from WGR 550. Um, so yeah, wh- where the Bills go from here, uh, from Friday night on, it's going to be very interesting. I think Brandon B and Sean McDermott are going to have a lot to look forward to tomorrow. Just sit back and relax.
Okay. Yeah, the draft itself for them, I think it's more about more need than best player than really, so they can really approach this draft with with a real concise effort. I don't, there's no need for them to get overly crazy. I mean, they could if they want to, but I don't. At this point, it's not necessary. I think I'd be more. Just get the quality over the quantity picks. That's really how.
Yep. I mean, we talked a lot about that yesterday.
On Monday.
Yesterday, it wasn't.
No, it was Monday. We just streamed on Monday.
Okay, Monday. I keep saying it was yesterday. So I have my time change up mixed up. Anyway, so I love to listen to Something to Wrestle with Bruce Pritchard and Conrad Thompson. Interesting podcast for wrestling. I love wrestling. I live and breathe it. Well, not totally, but it's like up there with my NASCAR and football and hockey. Um, I think I mentioned something that I recently did a blog post on a Chris Milan documentary blog. I still have yet to do a podcast on there. I did one, but our audio cut out about an hour in, and we never got to finish it. So I'll have to do. We're gonna have to. Me and Jimmy are gonna do another one. I think we'll push it to next week because I'm slacking and I was lazy.
Typical.
True.
So we're done with the podcast, or we're still.
You know what? I'm not sure on that. I mean, maybe his way. Um, I'm just gonna text him. Are you? I gotta order pizza anyway. It's 5:41 Eastern time. It's not like I'm on West Coast or anything time where I have a few more hours, but everybody's busy and has things going on. So I'm just saying I gotta order dinner. Cerny's probably watching Survivor. Who knows? Let's just say that. Quigley is still working, so I wouldn't be surprised he's doing that. I sent Mr. Higgins something just to see if you'd be interested. I don't know.
The feel of Emerson is different than the feel with the rest of the guys. So it's our podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, he says it's good for the day. Yeah.
Hey, I don't blame him.
Yeah, I figured once he left, he would be done for the day, which is fine. You get.
Yeah, the hour-long conversation at times, with, but okay, but round one, let's just make some bold predictions here before we end this podcast here.
Yeah.
How many trades do you think are going to happen in the first round tomorrow night?
Tough question. Trade wise, you might see 3.
Yeah, I was thinking this. Yeah, two or three trades would be probably. Evan, I agree there. I think
I'd be shocked if there were a lot of trades going on. You just never know. 2 to 3 sounds more likely to me.
Yeah, I saw on WGR's mock draft that 8 and 9 would be trades, basically.
You might see more trades in like the second, third, fourth, fifth rounds. You're likely more see a trade on for picks than you really would see on draft day on the first round, because I think those first round picks are a higher value. It would take a lot to get up to a first round pick.
Absolutely,
in the top 15, at least top 15.
Yeah,
20.
They're gonna have to pay. Whoever trades up to the first round are gonna have to pay a significant price, obviously.
Yeah, if you're gonna trade up in the first round, you're probably gonna have to have multiple picks already in the first round to trade up to where you might take a player. There's a few options with that. I don't see the Patriots trading up. I would see the Patriots trading back, or maybe a spot or two, to gain a few more picks.
But how confident are you in Jarrett Stidham? They're truly.
I'm not confident, but again, I haven't watched enough to say yes or no. I mean, I think the Patriots are going to have to, from an outside trade, they're going to have to find pieces in the draft the next couple of years, because they're not deep on wide receiver. I mean, yeah, they got Elman, but defensive end, you lost Kyle Van Noy, you lost a couple of these players too. I mean, you gained some players. I mean, obviously you think Belichick's going to feel like he can work with any type of player, but I think there's going to be coming to a point where you're going to have to totally restock for the future, since you've been using a lot of these first round picks on players that.
Well, they've been doing that for 20 years.
Well, yeah. But they also had a quarterback to get the job done too.
Yeah, but that's the point. Well, that's my point. Yeah.
So now you're looking at a situation. You don't even have Drew Bledsoe or anything like that.
He's been long gone, Fred. So.
Yeah, I know. You don't. You
don't have
you might have one season. Okay, yeah. Back 10, 15 years ago, back in the day when they were heyday. Yeah, if you didn't have Tom Brady, you still won, but the NFL is not like what it was 10, 15 years ago either. So you can't say to me the Patriots will do what they were doing.
No, I don't think that.
I don't think that at all. So you might see a 9-7 out of them, but again, you're trying to put horseshoes in the pits, and honestly, you don't know if you're going to get it spot on, wide right, or anything. It's kind of like you don't want to rule them out because of Belichick and everything and the players they currently have, but you don't. at this point, I mean, it's kind of like you're like on paper, you didn't really add anything overall in free agency. So the best chance of doing anything would be the draft. If you're the Patriots organization, um, y- where it's mostly cheaper contracts. I mean, you're still getting paid, but it's not like the salaries that free agents would command.
Well, you're that you're well, yeah, and obviously quarterbacks, they're going to be the go rate right now is 30 million. Right, who knows? A few years it could be 40 million a year. So
I would not
so they,
economically. You might
even at the running back
5
position.
years down the road now with this thing going on. I would say you might hold on that for a few years. I don't think anybody would make it more than 30 million with this situation economically.
Oh yeah, a few years from now.
It's going to be about 5 years now. You got to look at it realistically at the economic impact from this situation. So it's not going away anytime soon. So
No, I'm not.
they're projecting it could be coming back in the fall and winter months. Depending, it's we just don't know. Anybody says we don't know, but I think economically it's gonna be a while to recover for anything. I'm not saying it's gonna be totally crashed, but it's not gonna be what it was a few years back, and it never recovered from that '09 recession either. It kind of comes and goes too. This is just one more thing, though, that it sucks, but you got to just deal with it one day at a time.
I think we'll end on that note there.
Yes. So thanks, Emerson, again for joining us. We appreciate your input, insight, and conversation. It was fun. So looking forward to doing another podcast. Hopefully, again with Quig in the gang. If Emerson joins us, fine. Always welcome to do that. Nice to get
I can't wait for the day when we get back to
some type of North. So it's not going to be totally.
Yeah, I know. But
I-
eventually we'll get back to the full podcast when it's kind of the big production stuff. But other than that,
it's not big production. It's just you got a nice big area to do it, and
yeah, I know what you meant.
you've got a lot of sports memorabilia, which I like. It's kind of it's where you can. I put the banner up. It's nice, although the Roku doesn't show it that well. We don't usually do the headsets. It's not. I actually like to get it like a mic, like a just actual mic. Set up a couple mics so we all can talk and not to worry about running two cameras. I like to.
Yeah.
I would love to stop using two cameras because and not to say it's good or bad, but I mean the wide shot is better than the close-up shot because you can't see everybody on the close-up shot.
Exactly. Yeah, and that mic would be great. All right. James.
Fred signing out. Take care. See you later. Click like on my YouTube channel at Fred RT, and also click a like. Well, subscribe to your YouTube channel as well. Click a like on my Stop Interrupting Me Western New York Sports Podcast Facebook page. It might be private, but check with me. Always. Anybody wants to join the streams, talk about sports or anything in general, give me a shout out. Always looking for new guests to bring on the show, give us insight, and hopefully entertain us. So we appreciate all your support. Thank you, and take care. Stay safe. Be soon. See you soon, guys. Bye, everybody. Also, another documentary, Chris. We'll get to documentary next week on YouTube. Me and Jimmy will. Take care, folks.